The most profound moment from the Aiden Ross and Donald Trump stream today was when Aiden Ross proved to be far less of a coward and far more courageous than many content creators and many celebrities that have come in generations before him.
Everyone that's watching, everyone behind, just know that your vote really does matter. And you guys really have a big decision coming up in November. You guys gotta really go out there and vote for the right person, which is him.
Wow, that's come in.
Do a little alley-oop there.
You know, it's funny that you do, but now I know why you're so popular, because
For far too long in America, people have been afraid to show their support for a political candidate, especially one on the right, as there has been that famous recently hidden Trump vote. And I like how Gen Z Aiden Ross just cut through all that and said, nope, I like Trump and vote for Trump. And Trump gives a pretty thoughtful answer to that, which I'll play in a second, but let's look at how some previous generations have handled these questions.
Who are you voting for?
I'm voting for whoever allows me to make decisions more, and not somebody that decides what's good for me or not.
Bro, we're not in a debate here.
No, the left.
I asked you a yes
the
or no.
vaccine.
Wait a second.
The state of California and the industry you're in force you to take the vaccine.
So you don't know who you're voting for?
I'm voting for whoever allows me to have more freedom with the choices I make.
And you don't know that yet?
It's definitely not going to be Biden.
Well, then it would be Trump, wouldn't it?
If it's between the two choices?
What? But look at you.
Are you kidding me? It's not even a close call, by the way.
But the fact that you just can't own it is very weird, man.
And I like some of the content that Patrick Bet-David puts out, but I think the attitude of being afraid to say you're going to support politically, especially somebody like Patrick Bet-David, who could be a leader in this because he's independently wealthy and doesn't have to rely on a paycheck coming every 2 weeks. He should just be able to say, if he is going to vote for Trump, hey, I'm going to vote for Trump. But the fact that he's afraid is probably a sign of an unhealthy society. And here's Hulk Hogan as well, talking about, in his own words, how he used to be a coward and then finally just said, enough is enough. I support Trump.
I was one of those people that was silent and I didn't speak. I call those people cowards.
Right.
You know, and I sat around for years and years and years and watched what was happening to our country. And when they did that to Trump, that was it.
Is that when you decided to speak to?
Yes, that's when I said, enough's enough. I'm done.
And then here's Donald Trump's response. And I think that this exchange between Donald Trump and Aiden Ross here was the most interesting part of Aiden's entire stream. And I think Donald Trump gives a very thoughtful answer here.
Go out there and vote for the right person, which is him.
Wow, that's come in.
Do a little alley-oop there.
You know, it's funny that you do, but now I know why you're so popular, because
Didn't Donald Trump almost look surprised there that he's probably thinking, oh, finally I do one of these things, and the person beside me actually tells people to vote for me?
been on for years with people that really do like me, and they're even fair to me and everything else. But they wouldn't do what you just. They wouldn't say, "Vote for him." You know, they do. They're short of that. They wouldn't do it. They do, and they vote for me, but they wouldn't say it. I think it's great that you can say something like that. I think it's ethical, it's fair, it's smart.
You smart.
And so I thought that was a really interesting answer from Donald Trump, because he's probably been dealing with people that he knows that like him, interview him, get all the ratings, and then they stop short from actually just endorsing Donald Trump on the screen like that. I think some of this change following that assassination attempt, I guess, like Hulk Hogan did say that was a turning point for him. Elon Musk, shortly after that, came out and endorsed Donald Trump. But I still think there's a ton of people in America and around the world sitting on their hands, whether it be Donald Trump or other political figures. I really believe it's a sign of a much stronger society and a healthier society if people just say, hey, I support this person for president or some other political position, I endorse them, and if you don't agree, that's fine, but I'm going to be proud about it and tell you what I believe. I think the lesson that so many people have learned, that we just should not talk about politics, is wrong. That's not great, in my opinion. It should be, let's talk about politics, let's have a thoughtful disagreement if we do disagree, and then we can move on to something else. And Donald Trump, by the way, to his credit, actually mentions that to Aiden Ross. He could have just said, hey, vote for me, I'm the greatest, but he actually did mention that, hey, if you're going to vote for somebody else, that's fine too.
It's fair, it's smart. And if you felt that way about somebody else, that's okay too.
And so to Donald Trump's credit, in the middle of an election cycle, he says, hey, if you support somebody else, that's okay too. So for everybody listening, if you support Trump, if you support Biden, if you support Kamala Harris, whoever, that's fine. Let's have a discussion about it. And major shout out to Aiden Ross and even Gen Z in general for being less cowardly and having more guts than generations they came before politically. So with that said, thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.